Morning guys, Jamie here with Airborne Solutions. We get asked a lot about the mapping with the little drone and then putting that through to the big drone, so today we'll show you that a little bit. The ins and outs of that, we'll show you every step of the way through getting your RTK network sorted, through to plugging that into your drone and your bigger drone, doing your map and then flying it with the drone. And behind me you might have noticed here the exquisite setup we've done here on our own personal Hilux here. You can find these online at airbornesolutions.co.nz. But for now, we'll get into it. Right guys, we're in the office here, so I'll list out a few things you're going to require for this. So you're going to need an RTK subscription, which we'll go through on the computer. You'll need internet access out in the field, whether that be via a SIM card and 4G or via your Starlinks if you're out in the WAPs. You're going to need your mapping drone, so we've got a Mavic 3 Enterprise here with the RTK edition. And of course you'll need the spray drone and controller with you, but we'll dive into it. Righto, so we're going to start with RTK Data. So this is the service we use. There's a few others out there, but we're just going to go through this one. So you Google RTK Data, you want to go to rtkdata.com. I've already got a login for this as well, but you can just start out with a free trial up here on the right. So it is, and you can just see, select your industry, drone and autonomous systems. You actually don't have to put a card in or anything. You can just get going with a 30-day free trial, and then after that I think it's about $40 US a month. So just going to log in here with our credentials. This is an expired account anyway. Cool, so this is your dashboard here. You want to go down to RTK credentials there. And this is all the information that you're going to punch into your system. So your username, your password, expiry date doesn't matter, but you're going to want to scroll down to the Australia Oz server here. This is the one that we're going to be using. This is the closest one to us. And the port there, as you can see, 2101. That will be important too, and your mount point there, which will be next. Auto. Sweet as. Next thing, we're into the app. Right, now we're going to start into the P150 side of things. So, we need the controller out, powered on with the remote controller on, and you'll need to be connected to some sort of internet, whether that be your home Wi-Fi or a 4G connection. Want to select RTK positioning, and then to your reference you want to go cause lab function there, and now you're just going to punch in everything that it gave you before. So we'll call it RTK Data, doesn't matter what the name is. That IP address of that Oz server that we talked about before, we'll just punch through now. (5420656130), then the port 2101, username as it displays in your thing, so this will be personalized to your own login credentials. And then you want to select auto as your mount point, and then save that up on the top right, and you'll see there that your RTK data subscription is there. And this one won't work because it's an expired account, but then if you let it sit for a minute or so, it should locate, go single, and then fixed. Alright guys, so we're in the DJI Mavic 3 Enterprise here, and we want to set up the RTK network. So what we're going to do is scroll down, and then we're going to find us a Wi-Fi connection. So whether this being, using a hotspot off your phone, or whether this be a home Wi-Fi, we're just going to use the home Wi-Fi here, Warehouse 2, and we're connected. I've just got my drone turned on outside at the moment, so we're going to the camera view there. See, it's just positioned outside there on the hood. It's already connected to RTK, but we're going to go down to the bottom right here with the satellite dish. See, RTK positioning's turned on, all that's turned on. This is one of our configurations, but what you're going to find is there'll probably be nothing here. So you'll just want to go in and edit it, and you're going to punch in all your data. So the same address, same port, your account and password, and your mount point you'll have to type in auto. Then it should be sweet as. And then at the top here you can see I've got RTK positioning connected, it's in white, I've got 36 satellites. just be sure you'll need that Wi-Fi connection out in the field especially. Sweet as, on to the next step. Alright, so we're going to go flight route, plus top right, create a route, area route, and this is what it's just ran this morning, but we're going to tap out an area here we want to map. This is what you're going to be in the map, so make sure you need to include the loading zone and everywhere that essentially you want the drone to fly, plus some overlap. I would definitely recommend, because otherwise you might be outside of route. You can adjust points, stuff like that, and we're just going to go through the settings we'd recommend. So you can see here M3E series, and make sure it's that wide lens. Give it a name. Ortho collection is what you want. Altitude mode, I'd use AGL and download it beforehand. That gets data from the internet, and it just gives it a better profile to fly. You can see there I just downloaded the terrain data. Now the terrain follow altitude is in meters, so make sure you appropriate that. So that's 60 meters I put there, which is about ideal. 120 is 400 feet. Safe takeoff altitude 20. Your standard overlap 70-80. I'd just recommend that. And the course angle, you can change which way you want it to fly. You can see I saved it in the top left there. And alright guys, I'm just going to pause the video here to talk a little bit about mapping itself. So there's a few different ways around it. So I'm going to divide them into two parts. You've got your field boundary and your mapping. That's all we're talking about in this video has been the mapping so far. But I'll just touch on field boundaries a little bit. So this is your XRTK 6, which comes with your P150 kit, and this is your ARC 3, which comes with the mapping module with your P100 Pros. So both of these can be connected to your RTK networks to create a field boundary around a field. What does that mean? It means precision, centimeter level accuracy in a field boundary. So you can go walk around the outside and place dots as you go, and that will give you centimeter accuracy all the time, as long as you're connected to that RTK station. Now on the other side of things, what's mapping? Well, that's what we've been talking about in the video. It's all to do with creating a 3D model. And why would you want a 3D model? Well, it lets the drone know where it needs to go next. So if you're mapping hilly country, areas with lots of obstacles in them, you can take that data, that 3D model, and you can select obstacles quite easily because it gives you a high definition photo, and the 3D model will help the drone terrain follow much, much, much better. It will know where to go next, and that's why it's a lot better than, say, your 3D real terror, just because your 3D real terror is using real-time information that it's got in front of it, whereas the map itself that you're provided with your Mavic, it can pre-plan what it's going to do next. I hope that helps. Alright guys, so we've got the Mavic 3 Enterprise here set up outside on a block. We've done all our pre-planning back at base. So now what we want to do is we want to go into the settings and make sure that we've got our RTK network connected, but we need a Wi-Fi connection in order to get that. So all I do is scroll down from the top, and you see here I've connected it to my work phone. So you can do this via your personal hotspot on your mobile phone, like I've done, or you can do it through your Starlinks if you're out in the bush. But we've just gone for a mobile hotspot today. And you can see here at the top, my RTK is connected with 50 satellites, which is sweet as. So then I'm going to go and load my job, flight route, test 1. Now the route's uploading, and we just hit start. There it goes. Righto, back to base to process the data. Okay guys, so we're going to get the information that we just pulled from the M3E. So we're going to go to our SD card that came out of the drone, like so, DCIM. Here's all the maps that we've done previously. And then, so we're just going to pick this one here, grapes. And you can see it gives us all the images that the drone has captured during its flight. Nice, good. So in order to send this to us or to put through your mapping software, to send to us, you want to put it as a zip folder. So yeah, right click, compress to zip file, like so. And it's going to do all that. And then you're going to need something like your Google Drives or your Dropbox in order to upload it and then to send it to us. And then send us that file and we'll download it and export you what's known as a tar file. And that tar file you'll just be able to send to your drone phone or your controller, and then upload it into your XAG One app. And then it will load in as a cool 2D map, which we'll see in a second. Okay, so this is the folder you'll get. You'll get a .tar file. And so what you'll want to do is you'll want to download onto your phone, like so. We'll go over to our files. You can see this backyard airborne. There we go there, and if I just click on it, it will go straight into the XAG One app. I go import as HD map, confirm. Easy as that. You can see here, so this is for the back of our field here, 2D map, 3D map is imported. Easy as that. Alright guys, so we've processed the map and now we've got the 150 out here and with the map loaded. So as you can see on the map here, gives us a nice crisp 2D image of the ground. And I've just made a little map here to show off what the drone can do. So we'll go into that. Make sure first of all, to make sure that our RTK is connected to the same station that you did the mapping on. That's key. Same station that you did the mapping on. I'm going to go and unload this little job that I've done. So same thing, the mapping's all the same, so you just go and tap around what you want to do. The 2D image is going to help a lot with what you actually want to spray and with your obstacles and such. So today I'm going to do it at 1500 micron because it's really windy today. 145 litres a hectare. Spray during lay change on. And then altitude and speed, I'm going to do 6 meters just for today, and then I'm going to do 8.5 meters a second, maybe tone that down to about 8, depending on the block. This one's pretty steep, as you can see today, but once you get more comfortable with it, you'll be able to adjust that as required. 3 meter swath for 1500 micron. Boundary distance I've got down because I've got no obstacles. Approaching route's going to be the same. I'm going to keep it at 6 meters and I'll do about 10 meters a second. Follow terrain and all on. And then we go to advanced. This is the key one here. 3D route operation. We'll go confirm. And there you go. We'll see the load map and then the tick will come on. So now we're in 3D route optimization. So now we can actually do this cool thing as well. So we go to open 3D view. So this is only for your P150 guys. Unfortunately, it's not for the P100 Pro yet. Apologies guys, the recording cut out right in the worst spot. So I'll go through and show you on our flatland paddock out the back here. So what it would be really good for, this is the 3D viewer here. As you can see, these orange parts are what I've marked already. And if I hit this checkbox here, I can go in and edit all sorts of different areas. So let's say I want to bring this one up here because I've got a power pole or something like that. I can drag that up, click out of it. If I want to go further down, I can hit the same point again. Oops, that one there. I could drag that one up like so. Cool key thing about this is when it generates a 3D map, these points will be all over the show. You can tell where it dips into gullies and that, so you can just go ahead and select a point and then delete that point. Simple as. Fly ridge to ridge, save a heap of time. Again, sorry guys, only for the P150, not for the P100 Pro. Everything else is for the compatible between the two. We'll stand back, Max, and we'll let her take off. And that, guys, is the 101 on mapping. Thank you very much for watching. You can contact us if you have any more questions on our 06 number, 06870 4030, and you can get in touch by our email, info@airbornesolutions.co.nz, or our website, airbornesolutions.co.nz. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you in the next one.